So the semi-finals then played at the Standard Bank Arena. The first one, the number 1 seed Michelle Martin against number 6 seed Martine Lemoynian, a former World Open champion herself in 1989 when she beat Sue Devoy. And still the authority about Michelle Martin's game is there quite comfortably in the second game, 9-love, and a disappointing performance this by Martine Lemoynian after her game against Suzanne Horner in the quarterfinals, but she's been completely dominated here by Michelle Martin.
Every single ball Michelle Martin hits goes somewhere good. It's quite incredible. Martine Lemoynian's talking of retiring at the end of this year, but I think she has mentioned it before. She's been in the game since she was 17. That's quite a long stretch.
Well, that's some 13 years then that Martine has been travelling the world and playing the game. Great ambassador. A disappointing World Team Championship this year when England lost their crown. And she's fighting her way back due to intensive coaching, and also a little bit of hypnosis therapy as well was brought in to help her recover her form. And certainly she needs every single bit of help she can get to try and quell Michelle Martin, but this third game, certainly Martine Lemoynian looking as though she can mount a bit of a challenge to the world number 1.
Martine's in really good shape. She's looking really fit. She's got a great reach, so all the balls going past her, she can stretch and reach for it, which is a great advantage.
Certainly showing more determination in this game than she did in the first two, and putting Michelle Martin for the first time in this tournament under a little bit of pressure.
Amazing length. She really looks like she's on a mission, Michelle Martin. She's out to win this tournament, and she's certainly going about it in the right way.
Arrived in the country just 2 weeks before the tournament started to get acclimatised. Advice there from her brothers, Rodney and Brett, and also Chris Dittmar, who know Johannesburg well. And certainly at this stage of the tournament, that decision was the right one.
She hasn't really been pushed. This is the first game that she's been down. She's down 5-1.
That's one of the few unforced errors we've seen from her all week. 6-1. This is where she needs composure. There's Michelle. Not to panic. And take it point for point as she does there, and regains hand in.
She's volleying more than the other girls. She's taking the ball so early that puts so much pressure on her opponents.
Delightful.
Martine playing a great drop there. That wrist, you don't know what she's going to do with the ball. She's winning a lot of shots on her backhand drop, is Michelle Martin. Michelle's out here with her uncle, who's her personal trainer. He's an ex-Olympic rower and knows what it's all about to compete at the top, and he really seems to have improved her game. Her overall body strength increased by 10% since last year.
3-6.
Michelle at the moment forcing Martine Lemoynier to play all her shots from behind her. She's dominating the tee, and forcing Martine to dig the shots out from the back wall like that, unable to control it. She was 1-6 down, now 4-6, and the composure we were talking about is evident. Almost tunnel vision from Michelle Martin from 1-6 down.
Martine really pulled some funny faces on court, and that's what the gallery were laughing at her. She pulled a face at the referee after that decision. So much pressure here. Martine Lemoynier being forced to make unforced errors because of the sheer pressure of Michelle taking the ball so early.
Stroke Martin. 6-all.
Difficult game. Michelle creeping her way back to 6-all, sign of a true champion.
Yes, net. 6-all.
Martine must be wondering at this stage what she can do to take a game off the number 1 seed.
And that's not a question which is unique to Martine Lemoynier. Nobody has done it in this tournament. Nobody did it in the British Open.
Stroke Martin. And out. 6-all.
Whenever the match gets tight, Michelle Martin just resorts back to hitting the ball to a great length, putting her opponent under pressure.
Yes, net. 6-all. Left off.
Michelle leading by 2 games to love. 6-all in the third.
Bad error at that stage of the game. Cannot afford at 6-all to just put the ball in the tin. She's got to make Michelle work for every point.
Stroke Martin. 8-6. Match ball.
This to a place in the final for the number 1 seed, Michelle Martin. Michelle not taking any chances on match ball, but forcing the pressure all the time on Martine Lemoynier, which in the end pays off. So straight game victory for the number 1 seed, Michelle Martin, as she goes through to the final of the Women's World Open Squash Championship and still on course to take over from the great Susan Devoy.
Well, first round I played a South African girl, Thelma Holt, and or Van Heck now. And 2 years ago, I think I played her in Germany the first time. I lost to her the first time, and then the next day I turned around and played her, and I beat her 3-love. Then I played Fiona Geese from England, and I played her now in the British Open earlier this year and the Australian Open, and in the second round here, and I've had 3-love wins over her for the year as well. Then it was Sarah Fitzgerald from Australia, and we've had some tough ones over the year. I've played her now 5 times this year, and luckily I'm 5-love up, but I can't say they were all easy. I was down 2-love in 2 of them, so it was a hard battle, and I knew it was going to be a hard match. And then tonight, Martine, you never know. Like with Martine, she's had a so-so year, not a fantastic year, but she looked in form this tournament, and she looked stronger and happier in herself. And I think you can tell in a person whether they're going to be playing well. And she played a lot better tonight than what she has been. So I knew I was going to have a tough game, and I enjoyed it though. And it was good to come back from 6-1 down, and just to show that you have got the confidence in yourself to strive and rally it out.